it has been well studied that repressions of a healthy anger disturb the immune system. Healthy anger is simply when someone is intruding your space and you say, no, you are in my space and now get out. That is healthy anger. And this is normal and it is just in that moment. Once it does its job, it finished. And according to new research say that it only takes 90 seconds for us to process any emotions in our body. If we don't process that emotion, it's stuck and stored as a stuck energy in our body. So basically, anger is a boundary defense. As humans, we have emotional system, which is to keep us safe and which is to keep out whatever is not welcome. The role of immune system is to keep out what is unhealthy and unwelcome and toxic and to really let in what is nurturing, nourishing, and healthy. In other words, the immune system and emotional system have the exact same role. Physiologically, the emotional system, the immune system, hormonal system are all the same, are all one system. Therefore, when you suppress one aspect of it, you are suppressing the other. So when people have repressed healthy anger, they are diminish their immune activity. And so the repressions of emotions has a physiological function. And when you repress your immune system, you are more likely to have that immune system turn around and turn against you or fail you when it comes to malignancy. We all have cancer cells in our body. And that is not a problem because our immune system is able to recognize it as a foreigner and then destroy it. But when you repress your emotions, you are undermining your immune system. And our immune system will not recognize it and not destroy it. And in fact, it will allow it to grow. So emotional repressions has high implication physiologically, and emotion repressions is one of the impacts of childhood trauma. All babies are born with fundamental needs. They need unconditional love. They need unconditional acceptance. They need closeness and to be taken care by adults, by caring adults. And our brain are wired for connections and attachment because that is so critical for our survival. But there's also another need for human being. That is, our need is to be an authentic self, to connect with our bodies, our gut feeling. Because without connections to our gut feeling, we don't survive. We don't survive out there in the nature where we evolve. Think about it. Millions of years ago, even 1,000 years ago, our ancestors lived in the nature. We live in harmony with the nature, and we always listen to our gut feeling to feel that if there's danger coming. So we always need to have that connections with our gut. Even for my grandma, she's a farmer. Many times she will stand out in her field, in her farm, and look up the sky and feel the wind, and she will say, a rain is coming. But we lost touch with that. All the animals, they never lose touch with the nature, but we as a human do. So authentically, it's important to be connected to yourself so that when you know you are safe and when you are not safe, know how to say no when you don't want anything and know when to say yes to something that you want. When you do that, that is authenticity. The problem for all of us is we will learn since young to fit into a certain set of expectation of how we should be, who we should be, and most of it could never figure that out. We don't even know who I am really are. Most of the people don't really know that. So many of us face the challenge of who are we really and who are we authentically as opposed to what is expected of us. So what happened to children when they are authentic and when they are not accepted? When a child throw a tantrum, the adult punish them. When you punish the child, now you send a message to them and say that you are not acceptable to me when you are angry. You have to be a certain way for me to accept you. So children are getting this message of conditional love, and that you are only acceptable to me only if you behave a certain way that my parents approve of. Otherwise, the love, the acceptance is threatened. So the child is facing this choice to repress their emotions and not show their anger, their sadness, in order to get love and acceptance. Or they have a choice that, do I show my emotions, anger, sadness, and then to get, and they know that if they show their emotions, they might not get love or acceptance and threaten that relationship. There is no choice at all. The children is not going to stop loving their parents. So many times they will give up loving themselves. So they give up the connection to themselves, which is the essence of trauma. That disconnection from ourselves is trauma. And for the sake of seeking love and acceptance, approval, connection from others, so which means for the rest of their life, they're afraid to be themselves and they lose their authenticity. And that is the core wound for a child. All right, I'll see you in my next video.